So welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell y'all about my very first real clinical. So if you've been keeping up with me on my channel or anything, then you probably already know that I really want to be a labor and delivery nurse. And so yeah, the way my semester is going is our clinical components are kind of divided into 4 sections or 4 rotations. And my first rotation is my clinical immersion. So clinical immersion, I don't know what that technically means, but for this class, you get to choose what you want to do, what specialty that you want to do. And I think we have to do 6 shifts in that specialty during whatever rotation you're assigned to do your clinical immersion. And so I wanted to do labor and delivery. And last week I found out that I got it and I was freaking out because I'm so excited. And yeah, so let's see, Monday night I did my very first shift in the labor and delivery unit and it was awesome. So I mean, overview, by the end of the night, I worked the night shift, so I came in, I got there 6:30 p.m. and I left pretty much right at 7 a.m. So it's really cool at the birthing unit. The nurses, typically, if they're well staffed, only have 1 patient. So I got there super early, just thinking regular, med surge type of vibe, where you got to get report on 5 or 6 patients, or not 6, but 4 or 5 patients, which takes a while to get from each nurse, or maybe one nurse has all your patients, but 9 times out of 10 they don't. But yeah, so I got there way too early, but I know for next time. And yeah, we got report, and we had a mom, and she was already laboring, and she she'd had an epidural. So yeah, at a certain point, I finally asked my nurse, I'm and the couple, they were super nice. And they're oh, it's your first night, you're a student. They didn't mind. And I was okay, so are all laborers this calm? Because mind you, the mom, she's chilling, she's talking to us, she's asking us stuff. She's hanging out, her family's there, her other child is there. And she's just seeming super calm and just chill. And I'm this is not what I expected. So I asked, I was wait, are all laborers like this? So relaxed? And she's no, she's on an epidural. She's yeah, she's because I was okay, because I'm I was definitely expecting the screaming down the hallway. And they're well, yeah, my preceptor, she was oh, Amani, you want a screamer? We'll get you a screamer. And yeah, I ended up getting one later, which was great. Great, be careful what you ask for. But yeah, got to see that. And then so basically how it works is the nurses are just there, and you're watching the fetal heart monitor with the contractions and making sure everything's okay. We ended up we called at a certain point, I don't remember what time it was, but it was pretty early in the shift. We called and said, hey, do you want us to assess our patient again, check how much she's dilated and effaced and the station of the baby. And then we get to and the nurse recommended that we go ahead and just give her a little bit of oxytocin or pitocin, and just to speed the process along, because she was kind of at that point, she was progressing, and then just kind of stopped. So yeah, we ended up giving her the most minimal dose. Think what is it, 2 milliliters or milligrams? Milliliters. Yeah, milliliters. Yeah, we gave her 2 mils, and her contractions went from being super spread out to being perfect little waves, pretty instantly. So at that point, when the mom is ready, 100% effaced, 10 centimeters dilated, and probably a +2/+3 station, that's when they call in the physician. Depending on the doctor, some have different preferences, but that's when you call in the physician to try to come right in as the baby needs to come out. So I mean, if you're in med school or something, that seems like a pretty lit specialty for a doctor, because all they have to do is come in and literally okay, while the nurse is pushing and counting, and not pushing, but holding the legs and counting and blah, blah, blah. You come in, by the time you get there, I don't know if they're scrub techs or surgical techs, they've already set up the like sterile instruments table. They gown up, pull the little light down, sit down, wait, catch the baby, turn it, suction, hand it off to the nurse. So, and then they go back home. So, I mean, it would suck, you know, people can have babies at all hours of the night and on holidays, but all you do is come in and literally pull the baby out and leave. Maybe you'll have to do a stat C-section or emergency C-section or something, but for the most part, seems like a pretty minimal impact MD career. So yeah, that was pretty much how it went. There was like a screen in the nurse's station. You can see everybody's fetal heart monitor. I think that's what it's called, the fetal heart monitor, right? Yeah, but it has the contractions on there too, so I don't think that's what it's called. But y'all know what I'm talking about. And so you can see like accelerations, decelerations, whatever. You can tell if they took off their like toco monitor or the heart monitor. And it's really cool because if you notice that someone's like baby is tanking, everyone just takes off and goes to help, no matter whose baby it is. So I got to see like intrauterine resuscitation and what else? Cool stories. I didn't get to see this one, but they delivered a 26-week-old baby. I had a patient that was like post-op, and they had to deliver her baby, like barely made it down from like the surgical, and delivered the baby, and they ended up taking the mom back up there shortly after we did our like, you know, assessments, making sure that her uterus was, you know, contracting after she had the baby. And yeah, we got to see like the NICU. Some people say NICU, some people say NICU, some people say NI, but I say NICU, so yeah. But we got to see the NICU people come down, and they had to intubate the baby and whatchamacallit, because I think that baby was maybe like 32 or 34 weeks or something. I think all the patient had like at least 2 surgeries that day. And some complications and things, so I think that made her go into labor, the stress on her body. So it's kind of cool seeing them take the baby up to NICU. Why did I want to say NICU? But yeah, and then my very first patient, after a few hours, they found her a room in like the recovery suites type of area, and so we got to take her up there and hand her off to the, like, it's like the mother baby unit. So we got to hand her off to that nurse. And I think, I'm not sure how long they had to stay, but I know it's at least 24 hours. I'm pretty sure insurance pays for you to stay either 24 or 48 hours after you have a baby, if you don't have any complications. But what else? Everybody was really nice. My preceptor is hands down like one of the funniest people I know. And that means a lot coming from me, because I think I'm really funny. Actually, I know I'm really funny. So yeah, but my preceptor is really, really funny. And what else? Charge nurses were great. The charge nurse brought us pizza. That was really, really cool. Even though I did bring food, so I ate twice. But what else? Oh, in total that night we had 8 births in that shift. 8 births. So that was really cool. I think I got to see like 4 or 5 of them, which was awesome, because I was really, really nervous that I wasn't even gonna get to see 1 birth, but I did, and it was awesome. And it was not very gross. Like there wasn't really like an odor, like I didn't want to pass out or gag or anything. Like it was really like awesome. It was like eye-opening. It's a lot different than like what you expect. Just because when you're reading it in textbooks and seeing it on movies, you just, Like, And yeah, babies are a lot stronger than people think, you know? So it's kind of like, at first it was kind of shocking, like seeing like the nurses, the doctors, no one is jerking the baby around, like hurting them. But you know, like a lot of times people are like this, like, and no, they're like, and they hold the baby like to turn over. Sometimes they'll kind of be holding them like to where the baby's like back is up here and the baby's like looking down at your hand, and they're like holding the baby's like arms and feet like in their hand and like doing something on their back. So they're kind of like in a crawling position. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but just seeing that at first I was like, and when the baby's like first like coming out, when they deliver the head and they turn the body so that they can deliver the shoulders, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're twisting this head off. But no, like it's like the body just maneuvers. And getting to see I did see like a nuchal cord, which I thought every time like a nuchal cord was a huge deal, but it wasn't. So this couple, they were like doing a like gender surprise, which was really cool. She had a longer labor, like my first mom, textbook. Everything, like I was like, okay, like every single step, baby came out fine, everything. Like she labored easily. I think she had to push 2 times, like easy. Second or third, this one wasn't my patient or me and my preceptors, but we were like in there helping, and I think the heart rate kept getting a little bit low, and so they were like fixing that and monitoring her, and then finally it was time to deliver her, super like late / early in the morning. Every time I start recording, I start yawning. Okay, but she labored for an hour and 45 minutes, like pushed for an hour and 45 minutes, my bad, pushed. It was stressful, and I wasn't even going to do any pushing, but she did that. And then, yeah, all of a sudden when the baby came out, like, I think the cord was wrapped around twice, 2 or 3 times they were calling it. Like, basically it was like a necklace, and all they do is as soon as they deliver the head, they like swoop, swoop, and take it off. Like, not cut it or anything, but unwrap it from their neck. And yeah, it was fine. Like, there was no, and maybe that's why the heart rate was dropping earlier in the beginning, and maybe that's why that was a forceps delivery. So maybe that's why the baby wasn't just coming right out of there, because like typically your baby, like the babies are smart, they know what's going on, and they know like, if I do this, I'm gonna end up hurting. So maybe that's why it would have pulled on the neck. But got to see the forceps delivery. And I know when you hear forceps, you're thinking tweezers like this. No, forceps are like this. Like this. Like 2 golf clubs with like half the handle, or like 3/4 of the handle chopped off. Like, mind blowing. But yeah, got to see a forceps. And I also got to see a VBAC, or vaginal birth after C-section, which was, yeah, cool. Got to see a mom that had preeclampsia, and so after, once they put her on the magnesium, she had twins, and she had to stay in the labor and delivery unit. The protocol is for 24 hours after the delivery, so it sucked. To me, it seemed sad because she had those twins, and I think they were a little bit early, pretty early. So they were up in the NICU, and she had to stay in labor and delivery for 24 hours per magnesium protocol. And so she wasn't even getting to be with them for the first day. But that's the protocol. In the morning before we left, we received one more patient, and I got to stay and see them put an epidural in her, which was pretty cool. Yeah, like it just, now I really liked it. Like, I definitely, like, before, I don't remember what I said in that one video, but I think I was like 97, 98% sure, or even 99. But now I'm like 100,000 billion% sure that I want to be a labor and delivery nurse. I'm gonna be a labor and delivery nurse, and I'm so excited. And yeah, I'm really happy that I got to do this clinical. I really could have waited and pushed that shift back to next week. But just to be safe, I wanted to give myself an extra day. So if my preceptor gets cut or sick or anything like that, and I have to come, then there's one extra day for me to go with her before my rotation with her ends, versus me cramming them. And also I did that clinical on the evening of my first day of class, which was kind of crazy. I was in class from 1 to 5. I slept that night, so I woke up at like 10 a.m. And I didn't get to fall back asleep after 5 when I got home from class. So yeah, I just went in there and killed it. No coffee, no nothing. And but it was cool. I'm glad I did it because it was a really good motivation for me for the first day of my last semester of nursing school. So yeah, and basically I feel like I already had a very good understanding of like maternal newborn type stuff. That's like my best final grade, my favorite subject, all of that. And just going there, so I think what I'm trying to say is while you're learning stuff in school, like you're gonna get it, but you might still be like, oh, I have a little question about this, or I have a little question about that. But once you get to clinical and actually see it happening in person, then it all just comes together and you're like, oh my gosh, this makes sense. Like for, Veal-Chop-Mind type variable accelerations, early D cells, late D cells, that kind of thing. I knew what they were, I knew what to do, I knew what they were like indicating. But we never got tested over the pictures. So I didn't, I'm sure most of us, you really don't try to memorize them too much, because why would I not waste my time? But like I have other things that I'm really trying to memorize. So why would I go study these pictures that I already know for a fact are going to be on the test because my professor told me so? So it was cool to see how they were and how they're on a TV screen, like in a grid. So it's like all the rooms, but you can still see from far away, like based on the shape and also like seeing the heart rate and the contractions, oh my gosh, like this. And so now I'm able to I can read them and I'm like, okay, I get it. I get the time length. I get what's going on and I know what we need to do. But yeah, it was really, really awesome. Loved it. Everyone's nice. Oh, got to triage, got to start an IV. And what else? I don't remember. Oh, we did do the newborn assessment and get to give them the, the eye ointment and their vitamin K and hepatitis B. So it was really cool just getting to do all of that. Like I said, I was like, dang, what are there, no births tonight? And I'm just like, blah. I didn't even get to whatever. But they had lots of births. Oh, my little bangle one. But they had 8. I know day shift that they had 9. So yeah, in total, that's 17 babies in one day, which, yeah, excuse me. It was crazy. Apparently though, the L&D unit delivers, I think she said 360, 350 babies a month. So crazy, but I love it. And yeah, if you're just starting out, comment, tell me. Not even if you're only just starting out, but right now, everyone who's watching should scroll down, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you're in nursing school, comment what type of what type of nurse, what type of specialty you want to go into, because I definitely want to know. Maybe there's one that I've never heard of that I'm missing out on or something. And yeah, if you're new to nursing school and you're like, oh my gosh, this is when do we get to the fun stuff? Trust me, it'll come before you know it. A year ago, I was just starting out, last May 2017. And now I'm about to graduate. And I know how to do nursey stuff. So yeah, that is pretty much all I have to say. I loved L&D. I still want to do it. It's not the easiest nursing. It's great. And yeah, if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, then let me know. But that is really all I have to say. So I really, really hope y'all like this video. Like I said, comment, subscribe, tell me whatever you want to tell me about anything, and I will reply. And follow me on Instagram. You can add me on Snapchat if you want. Snapchat if you want. Side note, I saw a coyote today in Lubbock, across the street from school. Lubbock shenanigans. But let me stop rambling. I will see y'all in the next video. And yeah, we're almost at 250 subscribers, so share this video and help your girl out. But yeah, bye.